Good evening, Temecula. I will call to order the Temecula City Council meeting on October 8th, and we will have our invocation done by our city manager, Aaron Adams, and then I will lead you in our flag salute. So if everyone could please stand.
Would you please bow your head with me? Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we give you thanks for this day. We give you thanks for the privilege of living and working in the city of Temecula. Lord, we ask that you continue to protect our residents and help our businesses flourish. And Lord, we also want to ask that you protect our first responders, our police and fire, our men and women that are on the front lines. Lord, I pray for discernment and wisdom for this city council, the city staff, and just continue to guide us in your way. In Jesus' name, amen.
You could face the flag and place your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Madam City Clerk, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes. Councilmember Alexander?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Kalfas?
Here.
Councilmember Schwank?
Here.
And Mayor Stewart is absent.
As you can see, Mayor Stewart is gone, but we wish him, he just had a birthday and he's on a cruise. So I just realized we're usually cruising with Stu, but tonight we're cruising without Stu. So we'll start this off with the presentations. Our first proclamation tonight is for Manufacturing Month. And if Tanis Earl would like to come up to the stand here.
And Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, as that is happening, I'll go ahead and read into the record the proclamation itself. Whereas National Manufacturing Day happens every year on the first Friday of October to recognize how important the manufacturing industry is to the economy at the national, state, and local levels. This celebration has grown into Manufacturing Month throughout October. And whereas the City of Temecula, alongside the Southwest California Manufacturing Council, proudly celebrates Manufacturing Month to showcase how important the manufacturing industry is to the city's growth and success. And whereas Manufacturing Month highlights that the manufacturing industry adds over $2.91 trillion to the U.S. economy every year, and for every dollar spent in this industry, it creates an additional $2.60 in economic impact. And whereas Manufacturing Month also emphasizes the importance of manufacturing in California, which contributes more than $300 billion annually to the state's economy and employs over 1.2 million people. And whereas Temecula itself is home to more than 150 manufacturing companies that provide jobs for over 7,000 residents, further establishing the city as an important manufacturing area in Southern California. And whereas the manufacturing industry continues to grow, with projections showing that 4 million new manufacturing jobs will be created in the United States by 2030. And whereas educating residents, students, teachers, and business leaders about manufacturing careers is vital to solving the skilled labor shortage and helping people learn about the many career opportunities available. Now therefore, Mayor James Stewart, on behalf of the City of Temecula, does hereby proclaim the month of October 2024 to be National Manufacturing Month. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, and thank you for reading the proclamation. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, and staff. And I just want to thank all the members in the audience here. We've got a great representation of our manufacturing community here with us tonight, not only members from SCMC, but also various manufacturing companies, and also people who work behind the scenes, TVUSD, the CTE program, and the Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce, who also do so much in support of our local manufacturing community. And in honor of National Manufacturing Month, we have a special video that we'd like to play, and I would like to invite the stars of the videos up. We have members here from HQE Systems and Opto 22. If they could all come join us here at the front, please. And while they're coming up and getting settled, we can go ahead and roll that video.
Hello, I'm Patrick McCoy, Chair of the Southwest California Manufacturing Council, and I represent Paulson Manufacturing here in Temecula.
And I'm Juan Carlos Duran, Co-Chair of the Southwest California Manufacturing Council, and I represent Optiforms located here in Temecula.
SCMC was born in 2013 out of a shared vision between the Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce and local manufacturers who wanted to create a platform for the manufacturing industry to connect and collaborate. Today, SCMC is our forum for advancing manufacturing success with representation from roughly 35 area manufacturers.
Our mission is to build strong leadership within the manufacturing sector and to drive growth and innovation. By working together, we're able to foster a best-in-class manufacturing sector that benefits not just our businesses, but the entire community.
In addition to our focus on business growth, we're committed to developing the future workforce by collaborating with Temecula Valley Unified School District and their CTE programs. We offer internship opportunities for students interested in manufacturing, helping to prepare the next generation of skilled employees.
Today, we're here to celebrate the importance of manufacturing in Temecula and highlight two exciting companies that are part of the SCMC, HQE Systems Incorporated and Opto 22. These businesses represent the innovation and excellence that make our manufacturing community so unique, and we're proud to showcase their contributions.
HQE Systems manufactures state-of-the-art mass notification and electronic security solutions. Our mission is to create safer, more resilient communities by offering reliable and effective warning systems and security technologies. HQE was founded by disabled veterans who understand the importance of safety and security. Our manufacturing process starts with in-house design by our team of engineers. We then source high-quality materials and components, assemble the products in our facility here, and conduct rigorous testing to ensure that they meet our standards. Finally, we install and maintain the systems. Our outdoor warning sirens are designed for high audibility and intelligibility at long distances. They're capable of withstanding extreme weather conditions and to be installed permanently outdoors with a high level of reliability. Our indoor notification systems are customizable, integrating with existing security measures and providing clear, immediate answers to ensure quick responses. We are a certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business, minority business enterprise, and a disadvantaged business enterprise. As of this year, our workforce consists of 60% veterans and over 80% individuals from minority and disadvantaged backgrounds. Being in Temecula has allowed us to tap into a supportive business network. Our work with the town of Paradise, California is particularly significant. After the devastating wildfires, we implemented a comprehensive mass notification system to help prevent future tragedies. We also do all of the giant voice outdoor mass notification systems in all of the Marine Corps bases across the United States and around the world, including Camp Pendleton. We are deeply committed to our mission of making communities safer.
At Opto 22, we take pride in manufacturing automation hardware and software that are not only powerful, but also easy to use. Our products are designed to help businesses run smoothly, allowing different industries to control and monitor their processes, acquire data about the status of their business, or move industrial data to the cloud with confidence. Our story began back in 1974, so 2024 marks our 50th anniversary in business. We started Opto 22 in Huntington Beach, California, and moved to the Temecula community in 1991. Some of the key industries that use Opto 22 products include all kinds of manufacturing companies: energy, utility, oil and gas, agriculture, and even water treatment plants. Our products are also used in non-industrial applications as well, like SeaWorld, Disney, the Bellagio fountains, and even in Hollywood studios. Some well-known companies that use our products include NASA, Coca-Cola, and Amazon. At the moment, we have around 150 employees, many that have been with us for dozens of years. The average tenure of our manufacturing employees is 26 years, and our salaried staff about 25 years. We're a diverse group of skilled professionals, including engineers, technicians, sales and marketing professionals, manufacturing folks, and support staff. We're proud to be part of Temecula's growing manufacturing base for the last 34 years and look forward to many more years to come.
And now I'd like to give the opportunity for a rep from Opto 22, if you'd like to say a few words. Coming up here, Benson.
Thank you, everyone, and just quickly, thank you to SCMC and to the city for the proclamation recognizing the efforts of manufacturers like Opto 22 and HQE. As you saw from the video, we've been here a long time, since 1991, back when City Hall was literally next door to our plant that we're still in today. And we love the Temecula Valley. I've been living here since 1997, raised a family here in good schools. Now my 2 boys are in college at Alabama and USC, and I owe it all to the city, the way it's run, of course, the education system, but of course, also to manufacturers like Opto and the opportunity to work for a company, as again you heard, is just a terrific company to work for. A lot of people have been there a very long time. A lot of people like living right here in Temecula and the surrounding area. So thank you, everyone. We appreciate the recognition from SCMC and the City of Temecula. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you again. And just to reiterate, we are truly proud to be part of the Temecula community, right? We've been here for about 10 years now, have grown from a small team of 4 or 5 to almost 100 now within the city. Absolutely love what you guys are doing with our city. We love being here, being a part of it, and helping be part of its future and its growth. So thank you all for your support and for the recognition today, and thank you all for everything that you're doing for the community here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, you learned something new. 150 different manufacturing companies in the city of Temecula is pretty impressive, and I didn't realize that we had that many. And Opto 22 has been here just as long as I've been alive, which is even more impressive. So we're fortunate to have you. So on behalf of the city of Temecula, we present this proclamation to you. Gather close for picture. Let's do it.
Come on in, guys.
Choose a little bit more. This way, this way. All right. Thank you all for your support. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, our next proclamation presentation here is for White Cane Awareness Day. And if we can have Hannah Hernandez come up while the Madam City Clerk reads the proclamation.
Yes, as Hannah is coming up, we'll go ahead and read the proclamation for White Cane Awareness Day. Whereas the white cane, which every blind citizen has the right to carry, demonstrates and symbolizes the ability to achieve a full and independent life and the capacity to work productively in competitive employment. And whereas the white cane, by allowing every blind person to move freely and safely from place to place, makes it possible for the blind to fully participate in and contribute to our society. And whereas every citizen should be aware that the law requires that motorists and cyclists exercise appropriate caution when approaching a blind person carrying a white cane. And whereas employers, both public and private, are called upon to be aware of and utilize the employment skills of our blind citizens by recognizing their worth as individuals and their productive capacities. And whereas the state of California, through its public agencies and other stakeholders, can and should facilitate the expansion of employment opportunities for and greater acceptance of blind persons in the competitive labor market. Now therefore, Mayor James Stewart, on behalf of the city of Temecula, does hereby proclaim October 15, 2024 to be White Cane Awareness Day. Hello, Hannah.
She said hi.
Hi.
Is there anything you want to say?
Thank you for having me here.
So as Hannah's dad, I'd like to say something. We all know the more different we are, the smaller our communities get. And so we're proud to be part of Temecula. And I know for my daughter specifically, something like this is huge. You know what I mean? A little recognition goes a long way. And for her and for her friends who are like her, blind, visually impaired, however you like to call it, this is just enough to kind of like remind ourselves, hey, that we're part of this as well. So we'd like to say thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I really do.
Any of my colleagues have anything to say?
Yeah, I just wanted, Hannah, I've known you and your family for quite a while now, and you're just the inspiration that our community always needs. And I just wanted to make sure that we continue to acknowledge you and the work that you do, because you know, what we do in the city, we kind of follow your lead. You're doing in the schools and you're doing in your community with your friends and your peers, and you're making a difference, and we want to recognize that and make sure that you know that your entire community is behind you. So thank you for coming, Hannah.
Thank you.
So Hannah, on behalf of the city of Temecula, we present to you this proclamation. I'll put it right here for you. And we'll face this way and we'll take a few pictures. Want to come in, Deb? All right. Thank you for being here. And we have two big retirements today. The first retirement we will do is a certificate of recognition for Tracy Vick. If you would like to come on up.
Yes. Come on up, Community Services Manager Tracy Frick. The City of Temecula congratulates you for your retirement after 12 and a half years of supporting the operations of the Temecula Valley Museum. As Community Services Manager of the Temecula Valley Museum, you devoted yourself to providing arts and culture programming to represent the past and the present while also serving the needs of our diverse community. You have approximately 25 years of experience working in the museum field, and your efforts in Temecula have resulted in annual museum attendance of over 28,000 people and an estimated 60,000 visitors per year at arts nights and local galleries. Some of your career highlights include Old Town Temecula Utility Box, art murals, emerging artist murals, culture days, art nights, and serving as a Pachanga liaison, and securing thousands of dollars in grant money to support the success of the museum and art programs. You have been instrumental to the success of the city's community services programs, and you will be greatly missed. The City of Temecula congratulates you, Tracy, on your retirement and wishes you continued success in all your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to all of you. Some of you don't know, but I've had really interesting jobs throughout my lifetime. I've been working since I was 13, and every job has been different and amazing, but nothing has been as fulfilling as this job. It's been an honor and a privilege to be the Community Services Manager for the City of Temecula. I thank you all. I thank Erica Russo for her support over the years. Thank you to Kevin for his support as well, and special thanks to Aaron, who hired me. You'll never know how you've blessed me and my family, and I thank you. And finally, I want to thank all of my support of friends in TCSD. A lot of them are here today, and all of the things that you mentioned are things that I didn't do, we all did together, and so I thank you.
Tracy? Oh, wait, don't go anywhere. Yeah, hold on a second. Where are you going? Yeah, okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. So Tracy, I just want to say thank you for the time that you spent here and the time that I've been here to get to know you and work on some projects that are meaningful, not just to me and to you, but to the community, specifically the emerging artists, the murals, and the utility box art are two that just kind of come to mind. But I know, again, and I kind of say this, there is definitely a culture here in the city where as we see folks retiring, the support that they have internally speaks volumes for who they are as a person. And from me to you, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've given to the city, and you've made the city a better place. You've made me a better council member as well, and I want to thank you for that. So thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, I just want to say thank you. You're like, I want to leave. I just want to say thank you for all that you've done for the city. Definitely, I'm sure, a team partner, leader in here, and you're definitely going to be missed. So I look forward to hearing about what you're going to be doing next. And what are you doing next?
Grandma, I'm picking up the grandkids from school.
Best job
Pretty
ever.
much. Yep.
All right. Well, enjoy your grandkids and enjoy time with your family. But thank you for all that you've done for Temecula.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't go too far. We're gonna have, if you want to have TCSD come down and take a big old picture, and City Council wants to come down too, and a few words from our city manager, Aaron Adams, while they're walking up.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Tracy, it was my privilege to be part of the hiring process. It brought you here to the city of Temecula, but I just wanted to also say thank you. I wanted to wish you the very best in your next season of life, and you really did make a huge difference here in the arts and culture and the history and within the Community Services Department. I love it that the whole TCSD family's coming out to celebrate you, and thank you for giving us nearly 13 professional years here, so all the best.
So I have to say, those of you who know me know I always forget to name somebody when I do these things, and I forgot Bea Barnett. Thank you, Bea.
And last but certainly not least, if Support Services Supervisor Frank Caranza would like to come up.
Yes. The City of Temecula congratulates you, Frank, on your retirement after 27 years of dedicated service to the City of Temecula. Frank started working for the city in 1997 as an administrative technician in the City Clerk's Department. Since this time, Frank was reclassified to Central Services Coordinator in 2001 and Central Services Supervisor in 2008. Frank's title changed from Central Services Supervisor to Support Services Supervisor in 2017. Now he is retiring from the IT and Support Services Department as a Support Services Supervisor. Frank, you have been a pillar to the city and have witnessed the growth of the city over 27 years of service. For example, in 1997, the city began with less than 10 copiers and now has over 60 copiers, which Frank managed throughout the entire City Hall and offsite facilities. In addition to this, you manage the receiving, shipping, and distribution of all mail and parcels for City Hall. In 1998, Frank's peers voted him as Employee of the Year, and in December 2016, his colleagues again elected him as Employee of the Quarter. Frank was a founding member of Public Sector, the City Hall Band, and will be greatly missed for his hard work and amicable demeanor. The City of Temecula congratulates you, Frank, on your retirement, and we all wish you continued success in your future endeavors. Congratulations, Frank.
Thank you. I'm supposed to speak now? I just want to say thanks to everybody for all the great years that I've had here, especially being part of the support staff. I would like to thank all the employees here at City Hall, the staff, for trusting me for all those years of working on their projects and posters and brochures and you name it. And I just really want to thank them for all their support throughout the years. So thank you very much.
Well, Frank, thank you so much for all your service for this city. And I figure since I asked Tracy, I'd like to ask you. So what is your next steps or endeavors?
Well, I got a couple of good, nice trips planned. My wife and I are going to be going to Greece and to Egypt. So that's in a couple of weeks. So we're looking forward to that and just spending time with my family. And I got a lot of house projects to do as well. So I'll be working on that. So.
Well, I do wish you the best, especially with that honey-do list.
Yeah,
So thank you.
Yeah, Frank, I don't think you probably expected copier trivia on your retirement speech, but neither did I. Now we know.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Frank, I've got to know you a little bit. We've even spent a little time, outside of City Hall.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever forget that muddy mountain bike ride. Like, what were we even thinking?
That was kind of crazy.
That was ridiculous. We should have not been doing that. But no, my Friday walks with Kevin, we spent a little bit of time down in your shop, and it's just always been wonderful to chat with you and really kind of see what you do and how you do for our city and really City Hall. I have a couple of posters that you've printed in my office. Maybe I'll have you sign them. Thanks, Frank, for everything that you've done for the city. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Frank, we kind of came into the city, we found the city about the same time, and I think we came in, we didn't necessarily have a family, so we watched each other get married, you had kids, watched your kids grow up, go off to college, go away to school. I mean, I feel like we have lived nearly 3 decades together here at the city of Temecula. I'm super proud of you, just being an exceptional employee, being an exceptional family man. And I'm just grateful that we had the privilege to work together for all that time. And I wish you much health and happiness in your next stage too. So enjoy life, Frank. We know it's precious. And anyway, you ran the race hard and you did well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we didn't just get you a certificate, we also got you this gift. If you want to unwrap it there, we'll all keep our eyes on you while you do it. And after he's all done, if family wants to come up and take some photos, always welcome. No one's watching. If my council colleagues want to come down and take a picture too, and family, come on up, we'll take some photos.
Michael, do you want to have your IT in the team come on down too, and employees? Yeah.
Get in here, guys. Want family out? No, you guys stay. Thank you.
All right, we will move on to our public safety report by Chief Crater.
Good evening. That's tough to follow. Congratulations to the retirements from the fire department. We definitely appreciate the folks. They've done a lot of work for us too, so I want to acknowledge that. I'll give you the stats for September 2024 for the fire department. Calls ran 884. Of those calls, 664 medical emergencies, 61 traffic collisions, and 13 fires. Year to date is 7,873 calls. calls for service. Moving on to fire prevention, still busy, doing a lot of great work there for the community. Plan checks and reviews, 487. Construction inspections, 614. 3 special events permits provided. Annual and state mandated inspections, 456. And then we had 40 people come into City Hall and do business with us. Emergency management, pretty busy at the end of the year. They've been given information on a lot of the fires that we've had and other circumstances. And to go along with that is our alert training that we've been doing here in City Hall, and then with the alert and warning team on how to use our new system. Gave a tour of the EOC to visit Temecula Valley. Sometimes people want to kind of know what emergency management is and what we do and how we stand up the city if we do have a disaster and what that means to everybody here. Also, we were recognized by the National Weather Service as Storm Ready City. That's another step in that emergency management process to be prepared for any kind of weather events that might happen. You can see our grant status there on the slide, and then also our TCC volunteer program. We're up to 43 volunteers. We're trying to get to 50, and in September they had 339 hours contributed, and then they had 2 meetings. And you can see the year-to-date totals there of just the amount of hard work they're putting into it and how engaged they are in our community with 3,689 hours for the year to date. Planned community events is 2 here in the future, and that's my report for this evening. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Chief. Do my colleagues have any questions? All right, we will move on to public comments on non-agenda items. Madam City Clerk, do we have any public comments?
Yes, we have a few public comments on only non-agendized items. The first speaker is Jim Niederrecker, to be followed by Payam Dineshwar. Each speaker has 3 minutes.
Evening.
Good evening. My name's Jim Niederrecker. I'm here supporting United Sovereign Americans as a volunteer. 2 weeks ago, my team and I presented a resolution, and we described issues with the California voting system, and specifically the voter rolls. And we proposed some remedies, and we asked that you would consider supporting that resolution with discussion and a vote at a next meeting. Tonight, I want to share a few more data points with you. The scorecard here that I'm trying to show, the data on the left are some of the numbers that we presented in the resolution, and that's for the state of California, but I looked at Riverside specifically. Riverside is 6% of the total of the state. The first line shows multiple voter IDs. That means somebody's in the registration database more than once, 2,700. Invalid addresses, over 27,000. That means ballots are going to a vacant lot, or they're going to a gas station, or they're going to Walmart. Those ballots have the potential to show up in our voting system as fraudulent ballots. One that's really interesting, birthplace altered, almost 8,000. Folks that originally registered to vote, their country birthplace was outside the United States, and those registrants, those birthplaces were changed to either USA or California. So a lot of suspect data here, 89,000 for Riverside, and of course, a proportion of that belongs to Temecula. Some other data of interest, the Register of Voters just recently used his voter roll data, and he gave it to Experian, which is a credit agency, to validate addresses for the upcoming election. He sent in 1.34 million records. 146,000 of those came back with no best address. 270,000 came back with no match. Couldn't find them at all. So you got to ask, well, what's going on with those registrants? Some other data, the June school board special election where you had the recall, a separate group did an analysis of that recall. We actually audited the records of ballots cast versus ballots counted. The ballot receipts from the audit showed 9,981 ballots cast, but the machine count was 9,722, a difference of 93. Ballots cast and ballots counted have to match. So the takeaway is our voting system's got issues, and the USA resolution is important, and we're looking for your support in that resolution to get that message to Sacramento and implement some fixes. Thank you for your time. If you have questions, please, you've got my contact information. I'm happy to get you anything you need.
Thank you. The next speaker is Payam Dineshwar, to be followed by Joseph Austin.
Welcome.
Should I start?
Yep.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so basically I just want to talk about the smart city agenda, and here are the reasons why it's bad, this, and this, and we don't need to go over about it. Because honestly, there's not going to be any 2030 if Trump-Vance don't win 2024. And I'm going to quickly talk about the local elections really fast. I just want to say this is just from last year. 3 out of 4 voted to increase salary for the council. 3 out of 4 members voted saying no to saying yes to parental rights. And one of them, the one who's female, Jessica Alexander, she voted for a PR for the, she basically tried to do what Huntington Beach tried to do, but then 3 out of 4 said no. And my favorite part is 3 out of 4 said to install more cameras, 500 or more. I don't know, this is from last year. This is all for smart cities and social credit scores. Honestly, I don't think it's fair the way our elections are conducted here locally, because each district, each person gets a ballot based on their district and if the city council member is running for that district. So in a way, I don't know, like 20 to 40% of people don't actually have any say of who the next mayor is. Just 5 people vote. And with all due respect, sir, I don't think you're fit to be the next mayor. I think Jessica Alexander definitely is, because she cares about the people, and she's willing to talk about the 2030 Smart City agenda. But that's just one thing. And I also want to talk about the federal election, which I think is the most important. I want everyone who knows and doesn't, just call the people you know and you don't know. In Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Virginia, and just tell them to go vote, because this election is all about survival. I mean, the inflation, the invasion thing, just packing the USA up, it's not for votes, it's not for workers. They're getting more than SSI. It's to pack USA up. And the Green New scam, the electric trucks with halt supply chain, that's really bad. That would kill people. And also, when I emphasizing pack USA up, I'm talking about World Economic Forum. They want 90% depopulation. I'm just letting you know if you can connect the dots. And also, there's a chance of like a world war. I mean, USA has to decouple from Ukraine, China, Israel, and because they just want a war with Russia and Iran, and they just, I strongly emphasize everyone to take this. I'm very anxious about this. I feel like President Trump will win. Trump, Vance, Musk, Kennedy will do a great job, and they will, and then just go to and just mirror the left what they did in 2020, because it was the safest, most secure election ever, and just do whatever they're doing, ballot harvest. Tell all your friends in the swing cities to go vote, and that's about it. Thank you for your time, and I wish you the best, Jessica Alexander. I hope you become the next mayor, and go on.
Thank you. The next speaker is Joseph Austin, to be followed by Laurel Lamont.
Hello, my name is Joseph Austin, and I have prepared a little speech here based off of a big problem that we've had here in Temecula. Hello, my name is Joseph Austin. I've been a resident of Temecula since 1994, born in 1992. I presented myself here today to briefly discuss an issue we are having within the city homeless crisis within Temecula and the criminalization of the vagabond. There is constant harassment and fabrication of issues, resulting in arrest records and even mental health and physical health caused by stress upon the homeless. I've had people lie to police about what they are seeing and reporting, and it is a constant daily battle to just exist. I have researched the violations of laws by criminalizing homelessness and fabrication of stories, which the callers are able to be charged with Penal Code Section 148.3, Section A for abuse of emergency services. The rights that are being violated in such acts are all three sections of rights: civil, constitutional, and human rights, in the attempt to excavate the homeless population. And I noticed that there are no rights being violated in leaving us alone or being less abrasive. I have reported crimes committed on me and no one is there to help. I've been denied. Yet the police have arrested or harassed me over the years for many different hearsay issues, less than what I have reported. I have made an effort to clean myself up and help others. I have been clean since July 9th on my own accord from alcohol and 14 days from medicinal cannabis. I emphasize this because I'm proud of myself and I don't intend on going back. One problem I have is when my spouse's mother has offered to take us in and help us, her neighborhood HOA is making threats upon her housing if she aids us. We are not criminals, but what is being done to us is in fact criminal behavior. I'm aware you've heard enough. I bring these issues up and have much more to say, but one thing I will end with is that I have 2 dead parents in this city, and I do not intend on leaving it. I do, however, intend on continuing my search to fight against such acts and digging deeper into the deputy gangs and groups of favoritism, and continue to create constant investigations and lawsuits, auditing the actions of the community until there is resolve. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Laurel Lamont. And Laurel is to be followed by Melissa Bourbonnais.
All right, Zach, you're my point of contact tonight. I reviewed the last 2 city council meetings and your speeches in both of them, and it amazes me how many words can come out of your mouth while saying absolutely nothing. Should Temecula solve the national housing crisis? No. No, nobody has come up here and asked for Temecula to solve the national housing crisis. We want you to acknowledge that there's a national housing crisis and that the workforce is not being represented. You have collectively, this city staff has designed a city for people who don't work here. Sure, there's a spotty few, but the majority of this city does not work here. That is exclusionary zoning. You justified your inaction when Harvest and Specific Plan came back online to not do anything. You justified that action by saying there's no money. It doesn't cost the city anything to rezone. You just rezone. You open up that area for a diversity of development. And let me remind you, the city doesn't build housing. So while you said maybe we built too much housing in the Great Recession or in 2008, the city doesn't build housing. The city zones. You are a glorified community services assistant. And you have a way of describing how very little you know about what needs to happen on a government level. 2 out of the 4 of you have been to Warehouse at Creekside. And that only happened because I added pressure to come view the building. Thank you, Kalfas, for coming. You were one of the first. Hopefully, next time, one of you will come and talk to the residents. Maybe you'll go talk to the other residents of affordable housing. How does it affect them? I know they're not the majority of your constituency, but it was designed that way. So you think you don't have to answer to that. You don't think that they matter, and it shows. We talk about workforce housing, and affordable housing isn't solving workforce housing. You need to do better, and shame on you.
The next speaker is Melissa Bourbonnais, to be followed by Greg Langworthy, our last speaker.
Hi, I'm Melissa Bourbonnais, and I am here on behalf of Upward Community. And as usual, I want to tack on to what Laurel Lamont said. I also listened, Councilmember Schwank, to the last two, to your comments specifically. I will try not to feel offended by your accusations that we lie and spread a lot of misinformation. If you listened to anything ever, you would know that that just isn't true. Or maybe you do know it isn't true, and you say it anyway. Kind of reminds me of Donald Trump. Just because words come out of your mouth, you think it's accurate. We do not spread misinformation. Maybe you don't listen, and maybe you twist our words. Maybe you just, I don't know, maybe you're just a dishonest person. I'm not sure. But I listened to your words, and I quoted, and I wrote dates, and I even wrote times in the video with the hope that you won't twist this in half an hour or in 2 weeks and make it out as if we're liars. Because you can say a lot of things about us. I mean, sexual harassment was inaccurate too, but you can say a lot of things about us, and if it's true, we'll agree to it, that we're not always the epitome of professionalism. However, I don't think you would listen to us even if we came here with a suit and tie on. I don't think you would listen. But we'll own our flaws, we'll own our mistakes, we'll own our shortcomings. Happily, we're not dishonest people. So, strong towns. On September 10th, you actually mentioned strong towns. You said, oh, but not every city is the same. Yeah, we know that. And if you listen to 5 minutes of strong towns, that's kind of the whole point. Cities are very different, with very different needs, with very, very different demographics. And so cities should accommodate their people, their constituents, and they should plan accordingly, not some one-size-fits-all method of approaching housing or governing a city. You talk about volunteering your time. You guys don't volunteer your time. None of you volunteer your time. If anybody volunteers their time, it's Laurel and I. That's it. Everybody else is getting paid to be here. You guys are getting paid to be here. You got sent to Japan on taxpayer dollars. It's not volunteering your time. So kind of look up definitions to figure out what that means. Oh, and my favorite on September 10th, 59 minutes, you said, it's all political. Yeah, you're a city councilman.
The last speaker for tonight is Greg Langworthy.
Used this thing before, so you'll have to forgive me. How do you get that on there? Okay. Well,
If you do it the opposite way, it should zoom in. There we go.
thanks. Okay, well, I'm here to, with Jim, to talk about our resolution, and the resolution is for a legally valid election. But I want to start out by reading a quote from a Supreme Court decision. No right is more precious in a free country than that of having a voice in the election of those who make the laws under which we as good citizens must live. Other rights, even the most basic, are illusory if the right to vote is undermined. And the easiest way to understand an election, I was up before the Board of Supervisors today, and the Supervisor Washington was talking about the Padres and the Dodgers. And the Padres kind of elicited response from the Padre fans. The Dodger fans weren't so much in agreement. But an election is really the same way. An election is a competition run under a certain set of rules, and those rules are unchanging, and the registrar is really like the referee, and he has to hold both sides to a strict observance of the law. An election becomes corrupt if any of those laws are violated. And one of the laws that Jim was talking about is voter rolls. In voter rolls, you can only have eligible U.S. citizens who live in Riverside County vote. And then if you have people on that voter roll who are not U.S. citizens, not residing in Riverside County, like my son, who now lives in Texas, but he keeps getting ballots, that corrupts the election. So anytime you have corruption of the list of voters, the way those ballots are sent to people, and then in the count, then you have a corrupt election. So why have we been before the Board of Supervisors for about a year? Simply because we want to make sure that our election system is run fairly. The reason this becomes so important is you know, we're running into an election system now with very contentious debates between school board members, city council members, but the way you resolve those issues in a free republic is by a free and fair election system where you're very even-handed, all sides operate by the same rules. And the rules are very simple. You have to have voter rolls that are accurate. You have to have people on those voter rolls who are U.S. citizens residing in our county. At the end of the election, you have to have the number of ballots that were cast equal the number of ballots that were counted, you know, reconciling. And if all those things happen, maybe you win, maybe you lose, but as long as the system was fair, like in a baseball game, you wanted the Dodgers to win, but the Padres beat them, you're content. Maybe not happy, but content. And that's what we're looking for with this resolution. So thank you very much for listening.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, that concludes all comments on the entire agenda.
All righty, thank you to our public speakers. We'll move on to city council reports. Councilwoman Alexander, do you have any report tonight? Yes, sir. Why don't you go first?
All right, before we put up the slide, I just have a couple things I just wanted to talk about. First off, I just want to talk to the public about our two speakers who just came up to talk about the resolution just a few minutes ago. And I was actually planning on bringing that to the light of the council and asking for a resolution to possibly take place here amongst our city council members. However, right now, I don't feel like we've had the conversation, which we will have very soon. So I just want to let you both know that. And I've been a part in listening to you guys for the last couple of years, and I just wanted to say thank you to your team. I know there's several individuals who have been really making sure that things are fair and that it's just an even playing ground for everybody. So I like your analogy with the baseball, so thank you very much for that, Greg. The second thing I wanted to also talk about is, let's see. Nope, I'm going to go back to that one more thing. So the reason why I wanted to put this on there is because I found it very interesting. The day after you guys came, in my mailbox, my husband is actually from Vermont initially and just getting out of the military recently. For some reason, we end up getting a Vermont ballot. So not only is my husband registered in California, and we've registered here and voted here, but now we have another ballot from another state. So what you guys are talking about is the fact that there are multiple ballots going out. And again, I mean, I was kind of shocked that it just happened right after your conversation. So this is another reason why I want to bring that forward. I just didn't want to forget that. So thank you. Point number 2, I just wanted to talk about the two ladies that just left a few minutes ago. I actually spoke to staff. This was about 2 weeks ago. I had the opportunity to go into Walmart, and they actually reminded me about this wonderful conversation that I had. There's a gentleman that works there. It's kind of in the beauty area, and I was late there with my daughter, and he was a very nice older gentleman, and he was telling me that he actually lives on Pujol in the low-income housing. And I just want to say thank you to staff and whoever is a part of these houses, because he lost his wife about 5 years ago, so he's by himself, and he could not stop raving about how important this housing was to him and how wonderful it was. So I know that not everybody is perfectly happy with what they have, but it's wonderful to see individuals who are happy to have a roof over their head and somewhere to lie down, and that is a safe area. So I just want to thank everybody who's always involved, especially our city council, who I believe we do a good job as a team as the best we have. So I just want to applaud both of you and Stu and the previous council members that have been here and all of our staff. So thank you for that. The last thing I wanted to talk about was Care Solace. So today I had a great opportunity to speak to other organizations, businesses here in Temecula, and just kind of kick off about what Care Solace is and what it's been doing for our community. I will tell you, I'm so glad to actually see that you high schoolers are here, because this is something I'd really love for you to take note of, and just all of us in our community. Care Solace is an organization that is a resource for mental health care. What it does is, let's say some of us know friends or maybe ourselves who are dealing with anxiety, depression, anything like that. Well, we all know somebody in that way. We know people who possibly or unfortunately maybe want to hurt themselves and take their own life. Maybe there's eating disorders or any type of mental health issue. This resource is provided by the city for free to all of the employees, organizations, residents who are here to be able to get help. So if you know somebody who is needing mental health help, it is here. Whether you have insurance or not, you can get help to be able to find that resource. So Care Solace is the bridge that connects the individual to the resource. And so if any of you are interested in finding out more about it, maybe you have a friend of yours who is needing help, please, I would advise you to get onto our website. I know all of you know how to work cell phones and all that stuff, but definitely get on your website and get the help for people who are needing it. Maybe it's yourself. Please make sure that you're getting that care. So I wanted to bring this up just for our September stats. If we look over onto the left column, it talks about for the month of September, we had 530 individuals served with care companions and care match. As we've now been in this with this organization now for 2 months, we've now served 850 individuals here in Temecula. That's not even including what the schools for the Temecula Unified School District has done as well. The services provided this month alone was 2,520 services to our residents. Nobody else outside of Temecula, this is just our residents. The other three things that a couple things I wanted to point out was the observations for September for the top 3 reasons why people are calling. And as we can see, it's anxiety, depression, and trauma and stress. And so please understand that this is for you if you are needing it. It is a free service. And the last thing, which if we can look on the bottom right at that last line, it says suicidal ideation and self-harm. In the month of September, 50 individuals were about to take their life. And because of Care Solace intervention and this opportunity, they were able to get through and have hope for another day. So I just want to applaud our staff for taking part. I want to say thank you to my council members for allowing this to come through, because this is a powerful tool for our city, and it's a blessing, and you never know when you're going to need it. So just remember the QR code, and you can either call somebody or even do it on the internet. So, well, thank you so much, and that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilwoman Alexander. 850 people in Temecula for Care Solace. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. Pretty amazing. Councilman Schwing, anything? Nothing? All right. I just have a reel here that we can run.
Spend a fall day in the city of Temecula from a local's perspective. Let's go. I like to start the day at a local breakfast and lunch spot and enjoy their seasonal drinks. The cold brew flight tasted just like October. Then head over to a local pumpkin patch and corn maze. It's lots of fun for the whole family. You can pick out some pumpkins and get lost in the corn. And you can't forget to do some shopping. Head over to our local mall and check out all the different stores and brands. There's something here for everyone. If you're anything like me, you're bound to walk out with something. From the mall, you can catch the free red trolley and enjoy another beautiful fall day in the city of Temecula.
Those are always fun to make. So I just want to say thanks to our social media team, Betsy, Lean, and everyone involved. I think I got a little ahead of myself with the flannel weather. It's still 100 degrees out there, and it was hot filming that. But again, thank you for spending the time with me to make that video. And just on Councilwoman Alexander's talk about the elections, I think we can all agree free and fair elections is a huge deal in the United States, and I look forward to future conversations on that. And we will move on to our consent calendar. I'd like to note that item number 9 on this will be continued to our next city council meeting on August 22nd. Number 1, waive reading of title and text of all ordinances and resolutions in the agenda. Item number 2, approve action minutes of September 24th, 2024. Number 3, approve list of demands. Number 4, adopt ordinance number 2024-06, amending titles 5, 8, 15, and 17 of the Temecula Municipal Code to implement Assembly Bill 970 and making various minor and technical revisions, second reading. Number 5, approve sponsorship agreement with JDS Creative Academy for DigiFest Temecula 2025 at the request of subcommittee members Kalfas and Stewart. Number 6, approve sponsorship agreement with Veterans of Foreign Affairs, Temecula Valley Post number 4089 for the Veterans Car Show at the request of subcommittee members Alexander and Schwenk. Number 7, approve plans and specifications and authorize the solicitation of construction bids for bridge maintenance PW 2308. Number 8, approve plans and specifications and authorize the solicitation of construction bids for interim improvements to pave existing gravel lots located on either side of the main street loop and town square. And like I said, number 9 will be continued to next council meeting. I will entertain a motion.
I'll move consent.
I second with a poll for a staff report on number 6. Please.
All right. If we like to vote first and then poll number 6.
Do we want the staff report now? Sorry, or a vote first?
Well, let's do the vote first and then we'll listen to number 6.
That's the agreement with the VFW?
Yes. All right, can we get a staff report for number 6?
If I can just jump in there, the only reason I'm pulling this is just for information. I'm just very thankful for myself and Councilmember Schwenk, the work that was put in with the VFW to help to bring this forward for them to be able to raise some money and also awareness and also just a connection with the city. So if I can get a staff report on what exactly is happening in November, that'd be great.
Yes, certainly. So the VFW approached us and they were interested in hosting a car show to benefit the VFW Chapter 4089, which is our local Veterans of Foreign Wars chapter. And we were able to work with them to help them get this set up. It's going to be at the Promenade Mall, and the mall was very enthusiastic in hosting this event, so we were super excited about that. It will be on Saturday, November 2nd from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It will have a car show and shine, live music, entertainment, and games for kids of all ages. And the VFW is also currently looking for people who are interested in being sponsors or vendors as well. So if anyone is interested in that, you can reach out to the VFW. It's on their Facebook page. You can also find their website. And we look forward to having this in November.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. So. And that consent calendar passed 3-0. I will now recess the City Council meeting to our scheduled Temecula Community Services District meeting.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. I will now call the Temecula Community Services District meeting to order. Madam City Clerk, please let the record reflect that we are all still here with the steward absent. Do we have any public comments on non-agenda items? Okay, we'll go and dispense with the reading of those rules and we'll move on to our consent, which we have one item. Item 10, approve action minutes of September 24, 2024. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, let us vote. Okay, and that passes 3-0. Thank you very much. Director of Community Services, do we have a report?
Yes, we do. Just 2 items this evening. The first one is Temecula History Day, which will be this Saturday, October 12th, at Sam Hicks Monument Park from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is a great family-friendly event. It emphasizes all of our local history. There will be activities for kids and adults. We're really looking forward to this event, which we've been holding annually for many, many years now. It's extremely popular. So if you're in town on Saturday, head on over. And this will be around the same time. It'll be overlapping with the farmers market. So just a heads up, if you're planning on attending, be prepared to maybe park over here in the structure and walk down to Sam Hicks. And the next item is a new event we're very excited about called Rescue with Ribsy Pet Expo. And we've invited local dog and cat adoption groups to come here to Old Town. It's going to be in Town Square Park, right in front of City Hall. We have a ton of vendors who will be selling items related to pets, pet training, pet care, basically anything and everything related to your pets. So if you're interested, it's a great chance to meet adoptable pets. Adoptions will actually be done at the participating organization. So they won't do the adoption here because they want interested adopters to come in, meet them, fill out paperwork, make sure you're a good fit with the pet and the pet's a good fit with any other pets you might have. But it's a great chance to meet adoptable pets, find out more about pets in the area that are looking for good homes, also pet fostering, and just generally have fun and buy some leashes and treats for the pets you may already have. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much. A couple of fun events coming up in TCSD. Thank you. General Manager, anything?
Nothing further, Mr. President.
Directors, anything? All right, go ahead. We are adjourned.
I will reconvene the Temecula City Council meeting. And do my colleagues have any items for future City Council agendas? All right, we will move on to our City Manager report
Nothing tonight.
and our City Attorney report.
Yes, we had a closed session, and we have no items to report from closed session under the Brown Act.
All right, we will adjourn until our next meeting on the 22nd. Enjoy some playoff baseball.